What's good, y'all? I'm Larry. I'm kidding in with the creative mindset. We talked about clothes and some other stuff. It's cool. Watch the episode.
Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Mindset. Today we got a very special guest. I like to say that this guy right here is a hidden gem in Cleveland, but it's one of them things, if you know, you know. You know, and one of the things that we do at the Creative Mindset on top of talking about mental health is we like to let you know people that we think are dope and people that you should know of. So Creative Mindset family, I want you to meet this multifaceted artist, graphic designer, clothing designer, Larry.
What's good, everybody? What's good? Appreciate you for having me.
Appreciate you for coming, brother.
For sure.
How you feeling today, man?
Man, I'm tired, bro. How you feeling?
If you ain't tired, man, I mean you ain't working, but I'm feeling pretty decent, man. I had some good news out of a day that just went, man, but you know, I ain't tripping, man. I ain't tripping. You know, I'm just glad to be here, glad to get back in the groove. Also a pleasure to meet you finally,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? But let's start out with your roots, man, because we gonna talk about Saint Pierre a little bit more, but let's talk about the roots, man. What was the motivation behind your design or your creative journey?
My family is very creative. I got an uncle and my sister, probably my two biggest inspirations for getting into it. They both fine artists, and I can't like draw for nothing. Like I can't draw to save my life. So finding graphic design was kind of like my middle ground of getting into the craft and being creative, and I haven't looked back since.
So what was the first thing to your recognition that you remember that you created?
So I used to always try to sketch when I was a kid. Like I used to always like try to copy. Every time she was drawing, I was drawing.
Mm-hmm.
So like I used to go on YouTube and just like find cartoon characters and just try to sketch them, show them to my parents,
Mm-hmm.
even though they look terrible. But I was always drawing when I was a kid, even though it was terrible.
I know y'all probably tired of me asking this question, but I gotta ask everybody this question. When you was drawing, what was the first thing that you drew? And you was like, all right, I'm all right at this.
It probably wasn't until I was in high school I drew a still life in my graphic design class.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was failing the class up until that point,
Mm-hmm.
and I drew that still life, and that was like the first grade above a D I got. It was like a B plus or something.
You said still life?
Yeah, it was like she like staged like it was like fall time,
Mm-hmm.
and a teacher staged like it was like a pumpkin and iron,
Mm-hmm.
just like random objects we had to draw.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Kind of like I forget what they call it, but like when photographers are putting like a collage of things together just for like the aesthetic and a vibe of
Exactly.
what you're creating. Okay, that's
Exactly.
fine. That's fine. You said high school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to share what mine is, y'all already know what it is, but my first one was Chief Wahoo.
Chief Wahoo.
Yeah, because my sister used to draw like everybody she used to draw. You know, they would either wear Indians jersey or have them like a Chief Wahoo hat. So that was like one of the first things that she taught me how to draw. And then got something in the mail. No, it wasn't in the mail. It was in a cereal box, Fruity Pebbles, and it had like a little little thing to show you how to draw Fred Flintstone. And that was like my second one right there. But
that's fire.
yeah, man, it's it's a journey.
Yeah.
It even went to Pokemon, you know, about middle school. You know, Pokemon was that shit, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever get into it?
Pokemon, not really. I was into like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bakugan. That was like my thing.
I'll show my age, but I remember Pokemon Red, Blue. And when Yellow came out, we thought we was turned.
No, I missed that. I missed that phase. It was like Bakugan and Beyblades, like that type of stuff.
I do remember Beyblades, and I do remember the Yu-Gi-Oh! Because my little cousin, he had let me get the game on PS2, so I low-key was fired. Not to get too distracted though. Not to get distracted. So to move into Saint Pierre, man. I read. Oh man, how can I say this? So I read about what Saint Pierre means, and of course that's something that you have to put out there when you want those different eyes, that diversity. That's something. But tell me what Saint Pierre means to you. Outside of the proper English that you have to put together for.
It's just I just always wanted like a moniker to create under that didn't really mean anything, so I could like make any piece I wanted, and I don't have to worry about staying under a theme. So Saint Pierre is just exploring menswear like as many ways as possible, like going from like graphic tees to cut and sew. Like most of our stuff is like a lot of vintage references. So it's just like, just exploratory. That's like my main goal with it, is to explore.
I'm a firm believer that no idea is original. You know what I mean? So,
I
and
agree.
I seen on some of your kits where you put pictures of what inspired the thing. So, just starting from literally the bottom of the barrel, like when you came up, like, oh, it's Saint Pierre. What inspired Saint Pierre? Like, what were you watching? What were you listening to at the
Um,
time?
me and my co-founders, we all love vintage.
Hmm.
Like it's really just like vintage Ralph, vintage, like high school hoodies, like this that type of vibe, collegiate, and like that's just something we all love. So it's just like, and that's where I was in my life. I was in like my sophomore year of college.
Hmm.
So just being in the school and just having that collegiate vibe, that's what we was like. That was like the main inspiration.
So
So
I can say if I had to put a name to it, that was exploring like that prep
yeah,
look.
exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? But it's
That's
also a classic look though.
yeah,
It's timeless. You know what I
that's
mean?
yeah, exactly. That's our goal. We just want to create a piece that like 50 years from now that you can still rock. You know what I mean? So like we try to like stay on top because in fashion you got to be on trends regardless.
Hmm.
So we try to
Absolutely.
stay on trend, but also have like our own timeless touch to things.
Right. So what was that trend at the time when you started?
If big graphics was probably like the main one. So like our first, I don't know if you saw, is like that first like stacked word that said Saint Pierre with the logo. That was probably like that was the
Hmm.
first thing I made for it, was that big graphic.
Hmm.
And that's like something we run back yearly at this point.
Okay.
So we just try to stay on top of that. But like right now in trends is, I feel like fashion's like all over the place right now. So it's like, you got like jean shorts and, different type of like big graphics. Vintage wear has been going on for like a minute. I can't even call it a trend no more.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's like where the main inspiration's coming from right now.
Okay. So how does that make you feel being a designer, knowing that you have to create something new but looks vintage?
Like so like for all this, cause I got clients I work for. I got Saint Pierre, and I also got like a design agency. So
Hmm.
I like staying in different lanes. Like it's a different challenge for each brand I work on. So like having like this certain aesthetic for Pierre is always helpful because I get to like, it's just like another challenge for myself. So it's like something that's like not easy. So I keep, it's like a good challenge. So I like, feels good.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not easy. So, but it feels good to have like an aesthetic that, we're getting known for.
So off camera, you mentioned it to me, which I didn't know. You said you have a design agency. So what are I don't want to say details, but what does the workflow look like, and who are you servicing with this design agency?
So it's still like, we're still in big startup mode. Like, so our first thing we're putting out there is like a drop with the Columbus crew.
Hmm.
So that's coming out within the next,
Soccer team, right?
yeah, yeah, the Major League Soccer team. They won the championship like 2 years ago.
Hmm.
So that's coming out within the next 3 to 6 months. Been working on for like 2 years. So that's gonna be the first thing. Then the goal on top of that is just we're trying to just create this different products and like get different like one-off clients where we could collaborate and service them at the same time. Pause. But
I'm with you.
but yeah, so we could, have clients that we work with as well.
That's important, man. If you don't mind sharing, and if you are able to share, because of sometimes you have contractual agreements that may allow you to limit what you can say. How did that come about?
Um, so in college, like my freshman year, the Columbus Fashion Alliance, I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're a nonprofit for fashion in Columbus.
Mm.
They're having this contest where the winner got to do a collab with the Columbus crew. And I came like in second place for that.
Hmm.
So over time, I just DM'd the same guy from the crew, and then we hopped on the call. I pitched him this project, and from there we grew the relationship and was able to work out this collab. So that's how it was like a long process, but that's how pretty much how it came along.
That's fire. That is fire. Big
Yeah,
ups to that, man.
yeah,
Congratulations.
appreciate you.
And the reason why I'm a big up that is because I preach to a lot of people that I talk to. You even right now are an example of continuing to be consistent with communicating with a person. I don't know if you want to touch on that, but through your process with communicating, but I'm gonna ask this question: was there moments while communicating where you sent emails and you didn't get a response for a
Oh
certain
yeah,
amount of days?
yeah,
Yeah.
all the
So,
time.
and one of my good friends, that childhood friends, that that's in Hollywood now today. He told me a story just about being persistent and continuing to keep reaching. If somebody in a situation or in a position that has something that can change your life and they give you a contact information, just continue to keep communicating with them. They're busy. You don't know what they got going on, but it's important to keep communicating, and then eventually it'll work out. And at the end of his story, it was he got a guy that was also a close friend of his. He got him a meeting with Emory Jones of Planes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, right. But you know, I mean, shit. Oh, wow, to your story too. You get what I'm saying? I came in second place. I didn't necessarily win, but I continued to reach out to the contact, and now I have a collaboration with the crew.
But no, like consistency is key. Even like right now, just like you always got to reach out. You can't got to put your pride aside when someone ignore you. You just got to keep your foot on the pedal.
Because again, and this is a normal thing with us as humans, sometimes you feel I'm bugging this person, I'm stressing them out, I'm being a pest, they ignoring me, man, I'm done, I'm about to just chalk it up. And people get discouraged because of us looking for that instant gratification. Right? Wrong?
No, totally agree. It's like, you know, you get discouraged, like, damn, being annoying, you probably overthink everything, but if you want it, you got to go get it.
Absolutely, man. So big ups to that, man. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
That's another example that I can say of consistency. So here at the Creative Mindset, we like to talk about mental health. You know what I mean? One of the biggest things that me and my brother Don, we learned about just creators from doing the show as well as just talking to one another. Our mental health affects our output. In addition to it affecting our output, sometimes we need a certain mental state to be the most productive.
No, for real.
So it sounds like that you're doing two different. Do you have actually, before I go get in the next question, do you have a team for the design company?
Both, yeah. For
Okay,
Pierre,
so you.
design team,
Oh, okay, fire. So you're not doing them all by yourself.
Yeah.
So what does that wheelhouse look like, and what is your cog in that wheel? I mean, within that machine.
So we got about, you know, and Pierre got like 6 guys, and I'm the primary designer. I got, you know, my friend Nat does the finance side. Zach does a lot of creative direction, and my friend Chase, he does more design work with me. And then the agency, I got my boy Will, and it's the same Zach and Nat with that me as well. So with both of those, I'm just the primary designer in both of those and doing direction work. But we're like, since we're close friends naturally, they always say it's bad to mix friends in business, but with us, it's been perfect. Like we trust each other, open communication, and like the biggest thing is we have trust. So when something falls through, we don't stress out too much. We always like fall back on each other. So that's probably like the biggest comfort with having that team. So, but yeah, I'm just creating 24/7.
Shout out to Zach and Will.
And Nat, and my boy Nat, shout out Nat.
And that. So one of the things where you actually have a backup, but it's still important to ask and to figure out where you are psychologically whenever you don't have it, you know, but you have a deadline that you have to meet. And that's primarily with seasons when you're putting together collections, because basically for a fall collection, it needs to be done by, I would say, either the beginning or midsummer.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? To have it prepared for fall.
Yeah.
So what's it like when you don't have it? And how do you navigate
Because
through
even like in my personal practice, like my own clients I have, and like, you just got to get that done. It's just, at the end of the day, you just got to do what you got to do. So it's all-nighter, you know, calling up some favors. You just got to, when that deadline's it's a deadline. Like I don't like missing deadlines. So whatever I got to do, all-nighter, call some favors, drive somewhere, drive 5 hours, just got to get it done.
Okay. And that's easier said than done sometimes.
It is.
I gotta get it done because you make it sound so effortless.
It is. It's not. No, I say that I'm just so nonchalant, but like, no, it's a lot for sure. It's taxing. It's taxing for sure, but you know, it's just how I was like raised. Like my dad's like a man of like not many words, so like everything would say, you got to do it. You know, like okay. So like since I was a kid, that's how it was. It's like, oh well, got to do it. All right. So it sounds easy. It's not easy, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's necessary
It's funny you saying that after you mention your dad, because it's like you adopted his spirit, like a really easygoing guy.
Yeah,
It's like, well, we said we was
you
gonna
know,
do
that's
this.
probably the biggest lesson he taught me is just you got to be adaptable to change. Like when things are what they are, you just got to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's probably the most important. As an adult, it was irritating as a kid
Mm-hmm.
because you kid, you overthink it. But as an adult, it's probably like the best thing to have is like when things change, just be happy where you are and find the blessings in it.
Understood. So, knowing that, yeah, we got to get it done. How do you treat yourself after like that all nighter? You know what I mean? Because again, sometimes we have people where it's just like I'm not gonna force it. Like I'm one of those people that don't force things. I know what I want to do. I kind of have the idea that I want to go, but I'm not gonna force it. It needs to just kind of happen
Hmm.
at its own pace. When you do that all nighter, and sometimes the all nighter might put you in the realm of forcing it. How do you recover?
Maybe taking a few days off, catching up on those other interests, staying away from the computer,
Mm-hmm.
sleeping, being with friends and family, just like remove myself from that scene, like not focusing on like anything art or fashion related, just finding something else that I'm interested in and focusing on that for a little bit, then getting back to it when I'm mentally there.
So let us and the people know, what are some of those interests that you do.
Uh,
You know what I mean? Like,
um, I love sports, love basketball and football.
so you playing it or you just watching it?
I hoop sometimes. I
Mm-hmm.
don't play football no more, but I watch heavily. Probably sports, food. I like to cook. Um, play video games. Only play 2K and Fortnite.
What would your lady say your best dish is?
Steak, steak for sure. I
how you
make crazy ramen too. I make good ramen.
how you cooking the steak?
Medium rare. It's the only way to cook it.
Medium rare. Okay.
Only way to eat a steak.
All right. All right. And you said you make crazy ramen. So what you put in this ramen?
I made so last year I had to make this it was like I had to make the what's it called the base of the soup.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to put like a whole bunch of vegetables in it, like chicken feet, chicken bones to mail. I had to let that sit for like 12 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then just use that as the base with make some shoyu sauce. I think got some ramen noodles, and it was good. It was crazy. That was her favorite I made. But yeah,
You put the egg in there?
yeah, you got to.
I don't know. I don't like the
You
egg,
got to.
man.
You got to.
I'm not eating the egg
You
because I'm
got
not
to.
even a yolk type of person, so I'm cool on it. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen no hard boiled egg like well done in no ramen and
No, that was like
the runny.
barely done. Yeah, it's kind of runny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that runny egg. I can't get with that. I remember about where I thought I was Rocky when I first started working out, and I ate a raw egg, and I'm.
No, I can't do that. That part, that's OD.
But that's
That's
what I'm
OD.
saying. That's basic. That still lingers around when you got that soft boiled egg. You feel me?
Yeah.
I can still deal with the egg white, but the yolk, nah, bro. I'm not playing around with that. I ain't gonna even call it trauma. It's just that ain't right. I don't like to use the word texture when we talking about food, but the texture of that, that
Bro, you
ain't
missing
going.
out.
That ain't going, man. I can go without, man. I'd like all my food well. No, I can't say well done, cause steak, yeah, medium rare or medium well, depends on the cut.
Medium
But
well is crazy. It's like a tire. It's
look,
crazy.
that's crazy.
That's a
Like a
tire.
tired
Gotta go
medium.
medium rare.
Well done is a tire.
Nah.
I digress, cause I'm trying not to really eat as much red meat anyway. You know what I
Ah,
mean?
man, y'all want to die. Nah.
It's
Nah.
just it's when you get older. See, I'm an older guy. When you get older, your body don't process it as well, So it's just fish and chicken, turkey, chicken,
Okay,
fish, turkey.
for sure.
I've had my bouts of that. So looking up on, doing my little journalism bag, if I seen correctly, because at least the way I was reading it, you collaborated with a booth at ComplexCon.
Hmm.
Talk to us about
Oh, yeah, that
that,
was last
man.
week, bro. Yeah, with the
Yeah.
Fashion Alliance, we won this another contest that was separate from the first one.
Hmm.
Where we got like some funding, and one of the part of the winners they took us to Vegas, and we got to do a booth. We was in that booth. It was like they was like customization, like we had to make some graphics and they printed them on some pieces.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was cool.
So did you share a booth with Midwest Kids? Because I
Yeah,
seen.
we was all grouped up in one.
Man, come on, man. You acting like your daddy right now. You not a man of many words. Talk to us about that, cause that's that's
Yeah,
that's
man,
that's that's big shit, bro. That's
it
big shit
was
right
like
there.
in retrospect, it was like, like I got to meet some of the biggest designers, got to meet some celebrities, got to see my product at ComplexCon. So it was like, and I got to design some graphics for other brands for the booth. So that was pretty cool to be involved in that whole process. But yeah, I can't wait to hopefully do that on my own in a couple years if it makes sense.
ComplexCon is OD off rip, and I'm gonna say that because you get it's almost like a trade show,
Mm,
but it's not. You know what I mean? People are there to learn, they're there to explore, as well as just see the people that you know that's gonna be there. I only been to one Complex Con ever, and that was like the first one that was on the East Coast, which was in Chicago.
Oh yeah, in Chicago?
Yeah,
That's
that
fire.
was the very first one on the East. That was
Oh
the
wow.
very first one, and that's the only one I had been to, and that's why I went because it was in Chicago. And Takashi Murakami, he had designed the merch or
Okay.
whatever. I had got a couple of pieces and stuff like that, but it was still a good experience because we talked about off camera, me doing my brand and sitting there looking at everybody's booth and what was incorporated in these booths. It just gave inspiration on
Hmm.
how to show people what the lifestyle is of the brand, because that's important to actually put together a booth. You know what I mean? Okay, you can design
Yeah,
cool
complex.
clothes.
The booth is everything. Booth is everything.
And I remember two of the most unique booths. I actually learned who Joe Fresh Goods was too.
Okay, yeah.
That Joe Fresh Goods, man, he had a crazy
You
ass.
had a crazy one this year too.
Man,
Yeah,
Joe Fresh Goods has been the
yeah.
most consistent, and he been dogging shit. But at ComplexCon Chicago, I didn't even know who he was, so I'm just learning who he was. But I liked how he had did the White Sox and the Cubs hat, and like the
Hmm.
little patches and shit
Yeah.
on it, and they ain't had my size, and it's because this motherfucker Trinidad James came and bought 10 fitteds of each.
Dang.
And then he let him skip the line. We waiting in line. He let Trinidad James skip the
Yeah.
line and just buy everything he wanted to buy. And by the time I got to the front, there wasn't nothing left in my size.
Dang.
So, and I ain't on no resale shit. I ain't
Yeah.
one of them type people. But, and then I forget the name of the brand. Oh man, I think it's something Grow. But they had that fat ass Air Force One made out of grass.
Oh, that's dang, why am I cactus plant free market?
No, not them. That wasn't even made. That wasn't even a thing at the time. Oh man, I'm gonna have to look it up.
You said it was
Because the
the what?
Midwest Kids got a collaboration with them now. That's coming up in Macy's.
Oh, Made to Grow.
Made to
Yeah.
Grow.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they Columbus based. Yeah.
And Allen Iverson, he had like a little booth where it was a half court, and he had like
That's
an
fire.
exclusive. I think it was the A5s, and you could win the A5s in the crazy color, but you had to like make the free throw and shit like
Oh, that
that.
would have been fire. That would have been easy.
Yeah, man, it was a good experience, man. So like, I feel like you not choosing words to
Oh
describe it. Like,
yeah,
yo,
man. It
it's
was
nuts.
yeah, man. I guess like I don't know. Like, I'm always looking forward. So like I should like resonate and be like, oh, that was cool. We did that. But no, it was like cool being in Vegas. Like it was like the pieces were cool. Booth was fire. But like you said, it was like a lot of inspiration. Like made me get back to work ASAP. But like seeing where people were doing like I don't know if you hit like GV Gallery.
I'm not familiar.
He's like a black owned brand. He had like this big rock and he
Hmm.
had like the Nation of Islam. Like they was dressed in like bow ties, white gloves, and they stood around the booth, like the circle, like with their hands tied, and it was giving out tickets to get in the booth. That was
That's
probably like
fire.
that was my favorite. That
That's
was fire.
fire. That's important at this time too. So I
Yeah,
can only imagine that would have been nice to have a conversation with him to
yeah,
figure out why he chose that.
yeah.
You
He's
know.
part of the Nation.
Okay.
So yeah, so he had that. I didn't even know. It was fire. He was cool too. It was good to meet. It was cool to meet like all these big brand owners.
Yeah, because they within arm's reach. They
Yeah,
just walking around. You know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
an all access pass, but you know what I
yeah. I got
mean?
to meet Yachty, all his boys. It was
Everybody
crazy.
everybody has their own
Yeah,
agenda, you know. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I really want you to choose more words,
yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
Because it's like you won a contest, but it puts you in an environment where you're beyond the consumer.
Hmm.
You know, and I know where you were in study mode, you know, observing, seeing how things were, but you know, I just expected you to have a few more words. I was kind of keeping that one in the
Yeah,
pocket, you know what I
my
mean?
fault, bro.
It's all right,
But
man.
yeah, man, I was just like studying, like you said, just like seeing what I need to do to get, where I want to be. Like just really taking notes, seeing what other people are doing, what's working, what people are connecting to, seeing what I can make next, like seeing what events, like how can I push product more towards the West Coast and like get more so like out the city I'm from.
What was your biggest takeaway from that?
Really need to hammer down marketing,
Mm-hmm.
like seeing how crazy these people wanted to boost. Because like for some of these boosts, it's like a 25,000, 30,000 investment. So like just seeing like okay, like I need to allocate more funds towards marketing and not just on product because marketing you need more people to see the product to get it out. That's probably the biggest one. And then for my personal practice, it's just posting more for real and like just getting more content out and just like going harder. That was like the main thing. I'm just like gotta work way harder.
I agree. So your most recent collection of Saint Pierre I seen, it's like I can't remember the name of it.
Peer sports.
Pierre Sports, yes.
Yeah.
And I seen like the motocross jersey,
Hmm.
the soccer jersey. I know you're a sports fan, but what's the inspo behind that?
Just wanted to like show the hand of product that we could make and like seeing what we can tackle. Just showing the consumer like how our range of product goes from winter to summer
Mm-hmm.
and just being more just showing the versatility of the brand. So soccer is just like we just seen that type of silhouette was going crazy. We put our little sauce on it. And the hockey jersey, my brother Chase came up with that. I don't know what his inspiration was for that, but that's probably like the piece that's doing the best for us is that hockey jersey. That's probably my personal favorite from the collection.
Hockey jerseys are fire because they look really well. You can layer them really well, and
Hmm.
depending on whether you chose to go shoestrings hockey jersey or just a long sleeve,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean. It's a unique piece and it's not common. And I don't know too many hockey fans. You know what I
No, me
mean?
neither.
Like the shit. When I looked at hockey, like Alex Ovechkin was like the man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So like
Yeah, I never paid just that those jerseys are so fire. Like
exactly.
I never watched a hockey game in my life. I've been to a Monsters game before, but
I was about to say,
outside of
come on,
that,
man, not the
yeah.
Monsters,
Yeah,
bro.
everybody's been to the Monsters game in Cleveland.
And that's like baby lumberjacks, because
Hmm.
when I was like a kid, you know what I
The
mean?
Lumberjack, yeah, I got some Lumberjack jerseys. The jerseys were tough.
Fire,
They jerseys was
man.
tough.
So fire.
They jerseys tough.
They do have nights where they do sell the
Hmm.
lumberjack. I think you probably can. It's not like their OG lumberjack though,
Yeah, it's like
but
the rebrand version.
exactly. But
Yeah,
I still fuck with the lumberjacks for sure, for sure. I just remember that being a thing as a kid.
yeah,
Like, oh, the lumberjacks run us hard. And like our soccer team, the Cleveland Force. We used to have a
we
soccer
did.
team. Yeah, it
Dang,
was
I
the
didn't even know that.
Force. That
I know we
was
had a WNBA team. I didn't
that
know
was a
we had.
long the Rockers. You talking about the
Yeah,
Rockers?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they used to
It's
get
cool.
them.
They both coming back. We coming back with soccer team and WNBA team.
I wonder what they gonna rebrand the Force as.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they ain't announced the name yet. I don't think they announced it until like spring.
But the Rockers, bro, the Rockers used to be. They used to get them tickets away crazy, man.
For
Games used to be dead. Yeah, I mean,
dang,
like even like Calf games used to be dead
I
as
remember
well.
that.
Like,
Like right after Brown left, it was crazy.
see,
Yeah.
I'm showing my age when I started naming people like Ricky Davis
Oh, no, I'm hip. I know.
and Brevin Knight. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? That's who was holding us down. Z. You know what I mean? It was that was when we had the black, blue, and orange. You feel
no,
me?
I remember when like after Brown left, from like Kyrie's second year, we got to sit like basically courtside, my whole family. It was crazy because the arena was empty. It's like the year before Brown came back, so arena was dead. So we had to sit like dang near floor seats.
That's still fire, man.
But
That's
yeah,
a good
I missed that.
experience.
I missed that. I
And
missed
now we
that.
we really good now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you got to pay that ticket to get in there.
And they brought back them OG jerseys tonight, like the blue.
Hmm.
The blue they ran them tonight.
The LeBron,
Yeah, and they painted
yeah.
the floor and everything.
I ain't been wearing jerseys that much lately. I got a couple of them, but I do want to get back into that one.
No, I need that one. That's the only one I'll probably buy. I need the new ones. That's the one I need. The like read the vintage Bron redo. I need that.
Tell you a little secret, man. LeBron's first run around, I was such a hater. I ain't even buy no Bron jersey. I bought a
Crazy.
DeJuan Wagner.
Dewan Wagner. You bought a Dewan
I
Wagner
bought a
jersey,
DeJuan Wagner. Yeah,
bro.
man. Cause
So
I
you still
don't.
don't think LeBron's the GOAT?
He is, bro. But it was just.
Okay.
It wasn't the
Okay.
fact that I hated LeBron. It was just like I don't like shit that be hyped. You know what I mean? Because then you fall into the fold of the trend. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he was like super hyped.
No, bro. Like when I was like 13, that's probably when I got into basketball. I had like a summer to myself. My parents had my grandma babysit me at 13
Mm-hmm.
for some reason. But
Cause he ain't trust you.
I'd be in the house watching. There was this thing on NBA TV. It was like NB 90s, NB 80s, NB 70s. For like, and I watched that all summer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I calculate that. Oh, so LeBron's the GOAT from watching that. That's like as soon as I got into basketball.
So I never even had an Iverson jersey during when Allen Iverson ran the world.
What?
Never had an Iverson jersey.
You had to. That jersey was so cold too.
I was T Mac.
Okay, I gotta respect that.
I was T Mac. I had
He was a better player.
every T Mac jersey.
He was a better player for sure, but AI was just too swaggy.
Man,
He just had so much swag.
I ain't even gonna lie. That was also when I was like poor, man. So like child support was like just buying my shoes, bro. But
Yeah.
when T Mac started was like that nigga in the NBA, I was actually like working. I started gambling at the time. I could shoot dice, play a couple tunk games and gym class, and you
And then
know.
go get your T-Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
What kicks was you rocking?
You said, well, what?
What kicks was you rocking?
So what my very first T Mac jersey I ever bought, it was the all black, and again showing my age. We used to rock mid forces with the strap. So I
That's
had the
crazy.
all black mid forces.
So it's like 07?
No, hell no. I was grown by then. This like 04. 04.
Mid forces was a thing?
Black, hell yeah. But mid forces, that was like the only way for real. The low forces was summertime shit. Mid forces was all year round, but mid forces still look nice. You just couldn't have your strap lazy. You know what I'm saying? Just like how when you wear the butters, your tongue can't be lazy. That lazy tongue, when that bitch fold over,
Yeah.
chalk. Yeah.
Dad, what?
Chalk. But the strap had to be tight. So whenever you seen a nigga with the mid forces and the strap was strapped in, the strap was lazy. Whenever you seen a nigga locked in with the strap, his strap was lazy.
And that was cooked.
Yeah, big time. But they was all black. I had the blue, the royal blue midsole and the royal blue stitching. I guarantee you they're gonna bring that shit back.
That's coming back for sure. It's like it's due for real. Like early 2000s, everything
that
right
shit
now.
is terrible. They'll
Like
bring
bro,
them
like
shit. Nike,
remember you used
please
to
don't
get
bring them
flamed
back.
for FUBU like back in school, but now FUBU. I even got a FUBU collection right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you really? What you have?
I got a couple of jerseys. I got this crazy old hoodie I thrifted. I got some t-shirts. I've been getting Echo again. Got some Echo Unlimited. Yeah.
Bro, you showing my age, man. You showing my age.
No, I was around for the Echo era. I was around.
But that
Like
shit,
in, I was like a toddler though. I remember though.
yeah. Cause
That's when my dad was putting me in straight to Burlington.
Cause you was that nigga when you had that velour Echo outfit.
Yeah.
When you had the
Yeah.
velour, I had that shit. That's
Bro,
why
I
I'm
had
like,
that.
oh man, you taking me back
And I
after
remember
you
I
said
had
Echo.
this t-shirt. It was like plastic. It was like you know what I'm talking about. They didn't just do screen print. They had like this plastic
Yeah,
thing
that
they
shit
put
was
on the
thick as
shirt.
fuck.
Yeah. That's what I remember. That's the one piece I had when I was a kid.
That shit, if you crumbled it up, it would still
Yeah,
have
it
the
looked
wrinkles in that
nasty. Yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah,
and
man, I
then
remember stuff like
with
that.
the FUBU Air Force Ones.
I ain't never go that crazy with the Echo. It was just more so the Rhino. It was the felt Rhino. I mean, not the felt, the velour Rhino
Yeah.
that was like embossed.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what
bro.
I mean?
He had to move at ComplexCon too.
Did he really?
Yeah,
That's crazy, but that's because he know that there's a market for that shit
yeah.
now.
But people want the old Echo. We don't want the new one. We
You
want that
right.
05, straight up '05 Echo.
You right. And that was them thick ass shirts
Yeah.
though with that shit on there. I do want to backpedal to Platinum Fubu. Fubu, because when Platinum Fubu came out, that's when that shit was
It might
hard.
be hip.
You hip, because I'm about to tell you, Platinum Fubu, the first Platinum Fubu collection was the Harlem Globetrotter shit.
Okay, yeah.
And then it was the Fat Albert shit.
That's what I got. That's the hoodie I got. I got a Fat Albert FUBU hoodie.
But the hardest Platinum Fubu shit was the Ali collection.
I gotta look that up when I get home.
Look that up. That shit was the firest shit. Like I had the Ali jeans. They was all black and it said Ali on the leg, and at the end it was him with his arms
Oh,
up.
that's fire.
Then I had like an all gray velour suit. It was the jacket, zip up jacket with the pants. It said the greatest of all time on the back.
That'll go crazy today.
That
For
shit,
real.
man. I'm sorry, I ain't got it. Shit. Only thing I got from back then, right now, is state property.
Dang.
I still got state property shit.
I gotta get the Ali stuff. That's fire.
But the Platinum Fubu, the Ali collection was the best because the Globetrotter shit looked like costumes. I ain't even gonna fake. It looked like costumes because it was like the 70s. Like, so it had the big ass collar, red, white, and blue around the collar. It was the warm ups and stuff like that. The Junkyard Gang collection, it was kind of cool, bright colors. If I had to say, the Junkyard Gang gave black Iceberg.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So the Fat Albert collection was fire, and if there's any pieces that run around, even though a lot of crackheads was wearing that shit once it went out. So good luck on thrifting
I
that.
got the Fat Albert one. That's the hoodie I threw that like last year.
Good luck on thrifting that. But
It's
but
crazy.
it was shirts that had each character on it though.
Yeah, I got mine's has the nigga with the
Trap
mask.
hat.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got what's his
Dumb
name?
Donald.
No, not dumb. Yeah, I think that whatever his name is in Fat Albert. And who's the dude? That's the dude that wore the.
I think the Scully over his face. I believe that's
He had
Dumb
no
Donald.
face. Yeah, whatever his name is, and the other dude. It was like three
Mushmouth.
characters. Yeah, Mushmouth. It's Mushmouth. The dude with that and Fat Albert, and it say Fubu under it. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, that shit was a good ass run, man.
Yeah.
Damon John, you did your thing with that shit, boy. You did your thing. What are some of the things that we can expect next from Saint Pierre, man? Let's switch lanes a little bit.
Got a collection coming out. We're supposed to do. We know we do this thing called Lake House. We got a YouTube channel where we have DJs come through our studio, mix. We'll like do little YouTube clips. We have rappers come through.
So is that invite only?
If you want to come through, yeah, I'll hit you up for the next one. We're probably gonna do one this week. We got an event in Columbus coming up. Then we're trying to release a collection like in January.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's with Pierre. And then with me, I'm trying to have an art show in the spring. And I'm probably gonna release some products soon too.
What does that consist of? The art show.
I do like collages, like a lot of construction paper, magazine clippings, that type of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And then like throw some like fashion in it. But yeah, that's what I'm working on too.
Is that going to be like a collaborative effort, or are you going to invite other artists as well?
I'm probably gonna be just me.
Okay.
Just me for the first one.
Shit, that's good shit though,
Yeah.
man. That's good. It's a big move, but
Yeah,
you got a
appreciate
following. You're doing big things, man, and I really want to pat you on the back for that. We ain't really
Appreciate
get
you, though.
we need to get back into this mental health, man, because
Oh yeah, let's talk
you know
about
you make it seem so easy. You know what I
It's
mean?
not.
I know it's not easy,
Yeah,
but
I'm just so naturally laid back.
mm-hmm.
Even when I'm going through things, I'm just naturally laid back for some. I don't know why.
So me and bruh, we discussed on wax at a point in time, and that was before this was a thing here, before we created this. And we noticed that sometimes out of anger, or not even out of anger, out of a loss, sometimes you can create some of your best things. Tell me about a time where you actually did have an inspired piece from a loss or from displacement.
Probably like that first collection we did with Pierre was like just probably was down on my luck. Some of the most I've ever been, and just when I get like that, I just get in grind mode, just work harder to get out of it. So that's probably like the biggest thing. Like probably the first event we did with Pierre, the launch party.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably like time was off. I was still in college. I ain't had no bread. But out of that, we made, I invested a lot in this brand, and where it's at today was a blessing. So just like, thinking, like always dreaming.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably what I do when I'm down on my luck.
That sounds like you're a product of your father, though. You know what I mean? When I'm down on my luck, ain't no crying about it, man. Get to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's the important thing about having that strong male role model in your life, because a lot of people don't have that ability. And me and bro, we talk about it all the time. You know, when you down on your luck, man, I start overworking.
Yeah.
Because ain't no purpose for sitting there crying about it. Like,
No, it's not gonna change
crying ain't
nothing.
gonna get you a damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to keep working at it, and that's probably why you might be short for words, because you have that traditional upbringing, and again, it's learned behavior. You know what I mean? Because that's what you was taught. That's what the coach was like. Man, we ain't about to be talking about this. Come on, let's go. Let's
it's
get
not
to
the
it.
healthiest, but it's like it works. But like I do take self-care days. Still, go to therapy. Still, like make sure I'm like, having an actual life outside of work, like not making sure hard not making work your life, because it's like, I design like on my own. It's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
I do it for brands. I do it for other people. So like I do it 24/7. So it's hard not to make it a hobby. So like always got to take those self-care days.
So what's your perspective on? You said you don't want to make it a hobby, but then you enjoy what you do.
No, I'm saying it is a hobby. It's hard having it as a hobby and as like what I do for money, and not making it my whole life. You know what I mean? Like that's not like my personality. Like every time you talk to me, this is what it's gonna be about. Like I try to not make it that. Try to be like more human. You know what I mean?
So what does those relationships look like with people who do want to talk that with you when you're trying to
I mean, I
decompress?
love it. Still, it's fire. Still good, you know. It's still good, but like we also like make sure we have like other dumb things, like just hop on the game, talk about stupid stuff, talk about what's going on Instagram, talk about what's going on in the world, like stuff like that.
You said you play Fortnite and 2K.
That's it.
So you got your whole crew and y'all be doing the emotes at the same
Yeah.
time, pop locking against the other teams.
Yeah.
That's mad funny, man. My brother, you still play 2K? He don't play no 2K, man.
Brad, I won this contest at exhibition a couple of days ago
Mm-hmm.
where I got 2K24. Was it 26 right now? No, it's 2K26.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played since 2K22. The game's tough. You should definitely cop it, bro. Like for real. It's a whole different game right now. It's fire. If you don't play it right now, it's a really good game.
I haven't been playing anything. I ain't even gonna lie. The most gameplay action I got was during the pandemic, and I haven't been playing any video games. I didn't even buy a PS5. I'm waiting on Grand Theft Auto 6. That's all
You
I'm
know what I'm
waiting
saying?
on.
I got a PC. I sold
So
all my systems.
so I'm gonna play that Grand Theft Auto 6 when that comes
The
out.
year's gonna be like $200.
I don't even care, bro. Grand Theft Auto,
Yeah.
again, bro, showing my age, man. When Grand Theft Auto 3 came out and it was third person mode, bro, that was crazy because Grand Theft Auto 1 and 2, that was from that over the
Mm,
top view, you know what I mean? So it wasn't that exciting. But
yeah.
then to get Grand Theft Auto as a 12-year-old kid, man, and you can pick up prostitutes still, but then you see the car shaking or whatever, you know what I mean? The cars look better. It was
Yeah.
it was just a completely different experience,
No,
man.
yeah, I think the new one's gonna be like the best game ever created.
And watch them not make another one until like 20
They
years
don't
later.
need to though. Like GTA 5 still hold up.
It
And bro,
does.
like I was in seventh grade when that came out. It's crazy. I'm 25 and that game is still fire. That's not normal. It's not. This next one gonna be crazy.
Are you playing online? Are you playing GTA 5 online?
I'm
Like
not a GTA
PC?
guy, but when I was playing it, yeah, I was playing online.
PC?
I never played the story mode.
But you play it PC or did you play on system?
I played on when I was playing. I had that's when I had my PS5 and
Okay.
PS4. I was playing online, doing heists. Just all that. I never played the story mode.
So it kind of died after the pandemic and it kind of just fell to the wayside and it was only children and it's only nice when you play with friends. If you
Yeah,
ain't got a crew,
that's what
then
every game. Yeah, if you don't
it's,
got your friends, there's no point.
nah, but that's where you meet friends. You know what I mean?
Eh,
That's where you meet friends,
Online
man.
friends,
Online friends is dope, man. That's why they gave us that ability. You know what I mean? Other than that, man, you still be piling up at somebody's house and
on
playing
2K, you do make online friends. Yeah,
2K. You make
yeah.
online
2K
friends?
got like online friends, but Fortnite I play with the homies in real life. Like I'm real life.
Yeah, I ain't got enough homies to be playing like that. You know what I mean? And zombies was another good thing too.
Yeah,
You know what I
zombies
mean?
fire. Yeah,
Zombies is fire. So, but I don't have enough friends that
yeah.
play zombies, and a lot of niggas be shitty. So that's why, man, I'll be playing the zombies. But
But yeah, man.
man, I don't want to keep drilling this thing, but again, you make it seem so easy. So, what's some of your advice that you have for an up and coming designer?
Being consistent.
Hmm.
That's like you beat all your competition being consistent. When it gets tough, when you feel like you're not going nowhere, and people ignoring you, and you keep going, you'll be fine. That's probably my biggest thing. Just keep going. Yeah, that's like the best word of advice I have. People stop when it gets hard.
That's very true. Um, can you tell us about a time where you question
Bro, like
whether
daily. What? Bro, daily, just like every time it's like be like dang. Cause I had a job, I got laid off from my first corporate job in January.
hmm
So like after that I was like, go to trade school. Live this live a simple life. But it's just too much enjoyment and fulfillment in what I do. But yeah, dude, like think about it a lot. Where like, it'll be easier if I didn't have to, call people, text people, email people, just go to work. But I appreciate what I do. So
you only get one life, so why would
yeah,
you even waste to do something safe?
exactly. Exactly.
So if you had one piece of work, kind of like what my brother said, he always asks this question online. I gotta make sure I get it right. if you had one thing that you created, and I know I'm still messing it up. If you had one thing that you created that you had to leave the world with, what would it be?
Leave the world with or leave behind?
Leave the world with.
One thing I created.
It's kind of technically the same thing, but I'm gonna say the world because I don't want to limit
Yeah,
you. I don't want to
yeah,
limit you. Like leave to Cleveland or
yeah.
whatever demographic that you
Yeah.
pass. And so if you left and you had to leave one thing behind that you created for the world, what would that be?
Probably something I'm most proud of, and right now at this point, probably that first Saint Pierre collection. That'll probably be the first. That'll probably be the. No, that's like four things, but that's probably that body of work's probably my proudest.
We can make a collection one thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's a collection. You know,
Yeah,
one piece is not greater than the other.
exactly. So that collection I probably is what I leave behind.
Now I'm curious because I got two more, but I'm gonna ask you, what's so significant about that collection to you?
It was like something like I always wanted to do since I was a kid. Like always wanted to put out like a cut and sewn collection where like I got to design the graphics, got to design the marketing campaign, got to help direct the photo shoot, and it was just like a year's worth of work I got to see coming like step by step, and then people showed out to because prior to that collection we haven't had an event in like a year plus, probably about like a year and a few months we haven't had an event. So like having people pop out like crazy at that event meant the world, and just seeing like people really connect with those pieces was a huge blessing. So that's probably like right now the biggest thing I'm proud of.
And what are you most grateful for?
Right now, just life. Getting another 24. It's probably the biggest thing right now. Got to wake up this morning.
Amen.
So I can't complain.
So before you get up out of here, tell the people where they can find you.
At Larry A. Lesley on Instagram. That's it.
Where can they buy Saint Pierre?
Oh,
man?
stpierre.world, spelled out. Check us out. We live.
Where can they look for the get-togethers at the studio? Or is that
that's
private invite? That's private invite.
Private invite.
Yeah,
It's
you don't
private
need to know
invite.
that. You don't need to know that.
Yeah, if y'all want to come through, let me know. Y'all can definitely come through. We like 2 blocks over.
Creative Mindset family. He said he just wanted to be called Larry, man. But just Larry is Saint Pierre, man. Give it up to Larry. Give it up to Larry.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.
Man, thanks for having me, man. Well, thanks for coming.